Both Olympic figure skaters.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. How cool is that? So their parents are Olympians. Surely that's an indicator he could be something great.
He's going to be someone great in life, isn't he? Yeah.
Which of course he turned out to be. Because he worked so hard for so long.
Yeah.
He did 5 years of just unbelievable graft. More than what we can picture. More than what you're sitting home listening to this. You can't fathom the 11 months of just nothing but CrossFit, nothing but improvement. To then to be able to build the life he's built. It's just, I'm in awe. It's awesome.
He's only 32.
Yeah.
Or the age of 32.
Impressive, right? Bloke doesn't have to work, but he's still there. Unreal. We are finding success, and we're here to help break that monotony of your life and help you find your own version of success. Welcome back, guys, to another episode with me, Alex.
And me, Adam.
How you doing, dude?
I'm good, mate. You?
Good, man. I'm good. This week, we got a little mini-series, haven't we? We're going into, like, success stories. Famous celebrities, people, the general public, household names, essentially, that are household names because they can become so successful in their field. This week is not so much of a household name. It is in our
It's
world.
in our field, yeah.
Because we're into functional fitness, we're into the fitness world.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everyday people won't know him.
No.
But I think it's not an issue. He's an incredibly successul person.
Yeah.
Why the hell wouldn't we talk about him?
Yeah, exactly. And he's got a great story as well. Great story.
We're just going to get into it.
Yeah.
Get into it. Right. The man in question is 5-time CrossFit Games champion Mat Fraser. No, Mat Fraser.
Mat Fraser, yeah.
Yeah, got that wrong already.
Oh, damn.
Dang. Mat Fraser. Where do we begin?
Born.
1990.
Correct.
January. Correct.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Where?
Canada.
Correct. Moved to?
Vermont. That was eventually, wasn't it?
He was born in... Was he born? Yeah, okay, I think you're right, yeah. We'll leave that there. Yeah, moved to America at the age of 3, I think it was.
Okay.
Started competing in 2014 in the CrossFit Games,
Yep.
didn't he? Finished in 2020, checked out, retired. Bang, done.
7 years in the game.
Yeah.
Right, the bloke the lowest position he ever came was second. How insane is that? That just shows you the dominance he is. He came second twice,
Yeah.
then won it 5 times back to back.
Yeah.
And I think the 4th time, maybe 3rd or 4th time, he was like, it was a record for how far ahead he was in front of the field.
Gone, wasn't he? Absolutely gone.
He could have. It came to it. I don't know if you're into CrossFit, he's scored, like, you get points for different events and so on and so forth. It happens over like 3 days. Loads of functional fitness tests. It's an incredible event. Really, feat of human, like, awesomeness.
Ability. It's
it's incredible. They're absolute machines.
Yeah.
And he's just happened to be one of the most dominant ones ever.
Yeah.
He came to the last workout and he didn't. He just had to do the minimum work required. So he just had to do every movement a couple of times.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it. He
Yeah.
didn't have to finish a workout. He didn't have to get any points, and no one else could go near him. Couldn't get close to touch him. So it shows you the dominance.
I bet he won that, didn't he, or something? I bet he come second.
Yeah, he won that event.
Yeah, exactly.
He was down the road. It's just the best thing in the world. So I clean up my mess. Where do we go? So I just want to mention. I want to go back to his parents.
Yes, let's do our standard
normal start at the beginning,
procedure.
childhood. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, go for
you
it.
know who he is now. Anyway, 2 parents. I can't remember their name. Let me check my notes.
Candice and Ron. Don.
Don, you're correct. Candice and Don. Very good. Both Olympic figure skaters.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. How cool is that? So their parents are Olympians. Surely that's an indicator he could be something great.
He's going to be someone great in life, isn't he? Yeah.
Which, of course, he turned out to be. And very athletic.
Yeah.
Apparently he was swimming at 1, I read.
So, yeah, I got swimming at 1, water skiing at 18, and downhill skiing at 18 months, and downhill skiing at the age of 2.
Those are true. That's a feat as well.
Unreal. I mean, I don't think I was walking at the age of 1, let alone swimming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's born natural talent.
Do you know what his mum and dad done in their day jobs?
No.
Mum was a doctor, and dad was a stay-at-home dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Doctor. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Any particular field, or is it not find out?
Didn't find out. Just said doctor.
But probably knows a lot about the body.
Exactly.
Might have been
which
an
is
aid
probably
in his
why.
story.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. So he's always been athletic. He did a load of sports growing up in school, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
eventually forming to weightlifting. And I say eventually, I think his first competition was 13. Or his first one he won.
He started in 12, yeah. Started at the age of 12.
Just dominant, you know. He was always an athletic guy.
Yeah.
Started weightlifting. I think he won his first one in 2013. I think I read somewhere. I've not got it down my notes anymore.
2003, he won his first competition at the age of 13.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. 2003, he was champion, national champion. 2005, national champion. 2007, national champion as well. So 3, 5, and 7 national.
Geezer's used to winning.
Yeah,
that's incredible. We're getting closer. What have you got? Anything else in between now and CrossFit?
In 2009, he became the junior national champion, and that is when he had his major fallback in his weightlifting career, which is when he had his injury. If you don't know, he done a clean. If you don't know clean, look it up. Google
weightlifting.
Cleaning the barbell. Injured himself. Injured his vertebrae. His coach said, "Have a week off. Come back, and we'll do some light training." Come back a week later. Banged out some squats, and then went to the Junior World Weightlifting Championship. Unbeknown to him, yes, he'd hurt his back. Unbeknown what he'd done to his back. Competed in the 77 kilo category. 15th out of 16 people, so he'd done rubbish, bless his little heart, with a broken vertebrae in 2 places. His L5 vertebrae broke it in 2 places, and he competed in a weightlifting competition and still beat one person that qualified for the World Junior Championship.
These aren't amateurs. They know what they're doing.
No, they know what they're doing. And he still beat one person with a broken back. And if you don't know what weightlifting is, it is a series of movements where you have to lift a big old heavy barbell
off the ground.
So a lot of strain on your back.
Yeah, and it's 2 general movements: clean and the snatch.
Yeah.
Snatch is from ground straight to overhead, and the clean is the same, but with a jerk to overhead. Sometimes they just do cleans, and
they do. Yeah.
So an Olympic barbell up to the shoulders and stood upright. Really cool. I love doing them.
Unbelievable.
Really fun to do.
Yeah.
But when you get to the weightlifting end, when you're doing it like max attack, heavy ass weights.
Yeah.
Don't know if I could do it myself.
No, I couldn't.
Not competitively.
No, I'm the same.
The amount of my blood pressure goes through the roof when I'm doing heavy weights. So after that, he broke his back.
Yeah.
Finished 16th. Where'd he go from there?
So he had to wear a brace to try and repair his back. Once he got home, went to doctors, found out that what it was. He had to wear a brace to try and sort of re-straighten it. Didn't work. Didn't fix his back. So then he had experimental surgery to try and get his back sorted out. So spinal surgery and rehabilitation with his back. And it worked. He got told not to train for, I think, 2 years or something, or a year. 4 months later, Geezer's back lifting weights, isn't he? Absolute crackhead.
So he's a risk taker.
He's a risk taker.
So
and,
experimental surgery.
Yeah.
Took a risk.
Bear in mind that it could change your life forever. You could be paralysed. You could, your life could be over. Your lifting career, your career in general day-to-day life is over if it goes wrong. It's experimental. You don't know what's going to happen.
I bet he was told that. I bet
100%.
that was the information they knew.
It was going to be it wasn't like a 50-50 chance.
No.
I bet it'd be against his favour, like 70-30 or something.
The bloke took
Massive
the
risk.
And he took the risk further, training straight away.
4 months.
Much sooner than he was told to. Again, I believe in that though. I believe coming back from injury, if you were to break a foot and don't walk on it for a year, you're not going to be walking on that again.
Nah, for ages.
As soon as you cast it, mate, you just need to get going.
Yeah, you do.
The best thing is just to keep going. So and they obviously knew that. I guess his parents knew that from their Olympic days. So they're essentially athletes, they know what the crack is. You get injured, keep moving, don't stop.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done. So that's a huge setback in a career.
Massive.
Huge setback, especially as a weightlifter.
Yeah.
It's a huge setback, but he kept on pushing.
He did, yeah. Competed in 2 American weightlifting open competitions, placing 3rd, won his first one back. So straight up, he's back into it, 77 kilos. He weighed in at, that was 2010. So broke his back 2009. Back in the game, 2010, finished 3rd.
Wow.
Bang.
That's epic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
just
really,
goes
really
to
cool.
show you the beast, how much of a stud this guy is. Absolute stud. Absolute stud. And then 2011, he retired from the sport after his final competition when his funding stopped.
Right.
So he was funded, it stopped, so he sort of retired from that sport, and I think he went into university at that sort of age then when he sort of
I think that's right.
decided... Was it
Started
Chicago?
studying.
Was it somewhere like that?
Oh, I don't know.
But it was engineering, wasn't
That's
it?
it,
Was
studied engineering.
Yeah.
Which, again, is quite odd for
For a weightlifter to...
Yeah, for a natural-born athlete to be good at. You'd think they'd choose sport, but each to their own.
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah, of
really
course.
enjoys that side of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world, how that works. But while he was at university, I believe this is how he got into CrossFit. So he was going to a CrossFit box, or another name for a gym in CrossFit.
age of 22.
Was it age 22 he started?
Yeah.
So he started going to these boxes because they had CrossFit boxes tend to have like Olympic lifting equipment. They got
Yeah.
big bars, Olympic bars, bumper plates. You can chuck them down.
They've got the platforms.
They've got
Everything,
platforms. They've got space to do it.
Yeah.
They're built for it. So he went there just to keep doing his lifting because I think it was like he'd been doing it for so long. It's just a habit. Need to do it, and he just wanted to keep moving, keep healthy. From that point, he started to join a few classes to get fitness, keep his fitness up. He was putting on a bit of weight, and he realised he could also earn money doing CrossFit competitions while he was at university. So it was a bit of extra pocket money while he was at uni. Fantastic. Everybody needs that. That's like an interesting fact. He was using it for the financial gain.
Yeah.
At university, that was the coolest thing. And obviously, from that point, he got a bit hooked. And did the Open in 2014. So I've sort of zoomed. Have you got anything in between there?
No, yes, so 13 is when he competed in his first competition.
Was it?
Yeah.
Just a year ahead of when he started the Open?
Yeah, so he got dropped weightlifting end of 2012, mid 2012. Started CrossFit probably early 13. Competed in 13.
Yeah.
Open in 14.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm not certain, but he came 7th in that first Open.
I think it was, yeah.
I believe it was 7th,
Yeah.
right, in the world. 7th fittest man in the world. Like
Yeah.
that's an automatic like, whoa.
Yeah.
There was, I don't know exactly, but I think recently there was 400,000 people take part in the Open. So almost 500,000 people around the world, fitness freaks around the world taking part, and he came 7th, which is just phenomenal. And then that year at the CrossFit Games, he came 2nd.
Yeah.
Phenomenal feat. He was happy with that.
Yeah. I would be as well if I was in.
Yeah.
2 years of training in CrossFit, do you know what I mean? Like,
Top of your game.
right, 1.5 years. Bam,
Yeah.
P2.
Naturally, just an absolute beast. Zoom on to 2015, same thing happened. I want to say he won the Open. I'll have to fact check that. But he did really well in the Open, as usual. Went on to come 2nd again in the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
And again, we mentioned the CrossFit Games, literally worldwide event. People from all over the world come together for a weekend to just do pure fitness, and it's a brutal test.
Yeah.
He comes 2nd again against only losing to Rich Froning.
No, it wasn't in 15.
Oh!
14, Rich Froning. 15 was Ben
Smith.
Smith.
Well done. I completely forgot about that. Sorry.
Because Froning retired.
In 14, you're right.
After winning.
That's
Retired.
right, spot on. So he lost to Ben Smith, and he was a bit gutted about that.
He was distraught. Have you watched the documentary on it?
Yeah. He says he hates the medal, doesn't he?
Yeah. He literally wants to bin it.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause 14 was like a good year for him. He worked for it. Everything felt right. 15, he just chucked it away. He wasn't training correctly. He wasn't eating correctly. Eating junk food. Not putting his head into the game. He was just thinking, Rich is gone. I'm going to win this. I'm going to walk this. And
And he didn't.
it wasn't the case.
He got bit.
Got humbled.
Exactly. And I think that is a huge turning point for him.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing him he said himself in that documentary, he hates the medal, and he thought he could out-train a bad diet. That's when he realised he couldn't.
Yeah.
So I think that's when the switch flicked. He goes David Goggins on that.
Yeah, he does.
And becomes obsessed.
Yeah.
Just dives deep into the tunnel.
Yeah.
No way out. He's in. And that's when the greatness begins.
Yeah.
So he's had a few setbacks over the years. Broken back, like
Dropped
losing
from
funding.
weightlifting. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
And he's managed to find this world and make a little bit of money out of it. Little did he know
He stumbled across it, didn't he? He went
Literally.
to the box just to do lifting, just to keep fit. Stumbled into the world of CrossFit, and then
and he's opened this new world, like second best in the world twice.
yeah,
And then he dials down and he focuses, goes David Goggins on it, and wins 5 times in a row. Best individual athlete ever.
yeah,
Like
record breaking gap, as you said.
Yep.
And that year just walked away with every single year. I remember watching his final year, and you know that run that they had to do, where it was like a 4. What was it? It was a 2-mile run with a weighted vest. Then it was pull-ups. I can't remember what the workout was called.
What year?
2020.
The final event
At the ranch, yeah.
Yeah.
Final event at the ranch.
Yep.
Him and
Tia
just walked away with it together.
Yeah.
But it was like you had to do a 2-mile run or a mile run, come back, and it was 401 reps in total, wasn't it? 401 reps. It was total that. It was a mile run, come back. I think it was like 200 something, 100 something, 100 something, or 150 or something.
It was a Murph style workout.
Yeah,
okay.
and the finish the mile run.
Yeah.
And I remember watching him. I think it might have been like doing his pull-ups or something. It's just bang, 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 over and over and over. No, just like looking down the road, you see people like do 5 and stop, 5 and stop, 5 and stop. You see him and Tia just go bang, bang, and banging it out together. And then when they both finished at the same time, they wanted to finish together. And they both run across the line together. And it's just like such a record-breaking moment. Because, he didn't have to finish that in first. But he did.
Yeah.
He just walked away with it. Just wiped the floor with all his competition.
Yep.
Like Justin Medeiros was there, wasn't he? And he was
Yep.
up and coming at that time. And, you know, he was a strong competitor even then for his age. But
Same, Noah Olsen was there that year, another competitor. And he actually went hot off the blocks. I think he won the run.
Yeah.
The first run part. And
Just
it didn't phase Matt.
Yeah.
Matt knew what... That's the thing that separates him and Tia and all those other... Like, just Rich Froning back in the day. They didn't focus. They didn't let other people around them phase them.
Yeah.
They could see someone just run off in the distance and go, right, that's you. You enjoy your game. I know what I'm capable of. I'm going to stick to it, and I'm just going to...
I'll catch you when
do
I get to the bar.
Yeah, exactly. And they knew what the game plan was, and the game plan pulls off. Like, they didn't see the hot shiny object and didn't get excited, didn't get phased in, like, with adrenaline rushing through their body.
Yeah, didn't get that
Stay
testosterone boost saying, I need to win this, I need to beat you by this much. Just stuck his game, like you said.
Exactly that, and just absolutely smashed out of the park. He was, from what I've seen all over YouTube and following him quite closely, when I go say that David Goggins obsessed, I mean, he analyses every ounce of his game. From how he sleeps, how he recovers, how he's actually training, like his nutrition. He went deep.
Yeah.
Even to, like, he had specialist coaches for loads of different things for a while. Really just went deep, research, and tried to find what was best for him so he could just keep getting better and better year on year on year. And he used Tia, the female, like, basic counterpart.
Yeah, female version of Matt.
Literally, absolute animal. Absolutely dominant in the game. I think she's got 4, hasn't she, to her name, and he's got 5. No, she's got 5, hasn't she? She did 21.
Last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be 5, yeah.
Absolute animal. Yeah, they just used each other to sort of push. Even though certain the games they do lighter weight and slightly different calories for women on certain exercises.
Yeah.
But the perceived work is essentially the same.
Same work, yeah.
So that's how they train. They trained as if they were best, and they just push each other further and further, raise the bar for each other, and it's a recipe for success.
Yeah.
You cannot fail if you're that obsessed and that focused, dedicated. Yeah. It is obsession, and I think that's why he retired in the end. That's why after 5 years of just pure dominance, he's gone, no, it's time to enjoy the fruit of my labours.
Yeah.
It's time to have a life again, because you can't have a life doing that sort of stuff.
No.
He says it himself. From the moment he wakes up to the second he puts his head back on the pillow, it's, how can I improve? How can I improve? How can I get better? And that's just so admirable to be able to keep that mindset for a year at a time. He'd only have 1 month off a year, straight after the games when he'd won.
Yeah.
1 month off.
Straight off.
Not touching the gym.
Yeah.
To try and just have a life.
Recover, rest his brain, rest his body.
Get to know his missus again, because she's been there for a year, just not cooking for
in
him.
the background.
Exactly. And do it all over again for another 11 months a year. It's the dedication. Just, I'm in awe. Massively impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mega.
Yeah.
Such a nice bloke. And, you know, I'm not sure when he got sponsored by Nike. I can't remember when the sort of deal came off, but I think it was quite early on in his career. And if you ever see a top, HWPO, hard work pays off. So it's quite a short, sweet name for both me and Butson, but the world as well. Hard work pays off. It's such a great name. It was like the Just Do It type thing, wasn't it? When it comes out, it's just HWPO. When you see that top, you know that's Mat Fraser. That is hard work pays off.
the brand, the world he's built for himself now.
Yeah.
Part of a supplement brand, Podium, out in America, also done in partnership with Buttering Bros.
Yeah.
Huge, probably making quite a bit of money off that. Hard work pays off. Training program, probably making a load of money with that.
Yeah.
All sorts of other deals. Go Wad, spot on. Like, he's built a life for himself. That you could almost say set. I know he's an investor.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew, but he is an investor.
Yeah.
Because he's just thinking long term. The bloke's not an idiot. He's so it's just. I'd love to meet him. It'd be really cool to just pick his brain for a few days, because he's not the everyday geezer.
No, he's not the everyday gym goer, is he? No. He's very, very mindful on what he's doing and how he's speaking and when he talks and what his next move is. He's always that step ahead. He's always trying to, better himself. And he's still training today. Yeah, he's obviously coaching Justin
Malabran.
Yeah,
and Justin, probably the next two superstars of CrossFit.
Yeah. Justin's again is already just a beast. Well, no, if you're watching videos, guys, on YouTube, absolute beast.
They all are at that top end of that game. They're just animals, and it's awesome to see.
Oh, mate, it is, yeah, completely. It's.
Do you think Matt could have won 5 times in a row if he didn't have that dedication? Do you think he was a natural athlete that he'd have just scraped by every year, or do you think
it's obvious that from his age, he was brought up to be a natural athlete from swimming at the age of 1, from skiing at the age of 2. He was brought up around that Olympic
genetics.
Genetics, exactly.
Just, yeah.
However, if the dedication wasn't there, I don't think so.
Agreed.
I don't think so.
Genetics only get you so far.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite funny, going back to judo. There was a guy in judo, right? Never ever train. Wouldn't train a day in his life. He'd turn up, win the European Championships, just like that. Done, bang, finished. His dad was a really, really good fighter. And he'd done it over and over and over again, and he just win. He went to the World Championships and got demoralised. Didn't train, think he'd walk in there and walk away with it. Got demoralised, like round 1, 7 seconds in, like he did to everyone else, but this guy did to him, this Russian did to him. Demoralised him, put him on his bum, and made him look silly. Yeah. And ever since that day, he went back to training. He never won the World Championships.
Oh.
He lost it completely.
Didn't go back from.
He didn't try. He just trained because he just got so demoralised from that option that that was gone. That field was gone. That ship had sailed. But I always wondered if he trained and actually put the effort in, what that would have happened the first time round. And I guess it would have been the same with Matt. If he didn't train, what would actually happen? Would he ever have been CrossFit champion? Would he ever, like, for instance, got humbled, not worked out? I'm going to do something. I'm going to be an engineer. I'm just going to do what I've wanted to do and go to university and become an engineer. Would that really have happened? I
think the genetics and his background, his early years in Olympic weightlifting, so on and so forth, got him the second place the first year.
Yeah.
And in part, second place the second year. Yeah, it was he's got a great foundation.
Yeah, he has.
But then,
very lucky foundation.
Yeah, but then the separator, the bit that sent him way into the gold, was just his dedication, the hard work, the graft, the relentless pursuit for success.
Yeah,
it was just in him, and I don't think it was. Yeah, no, I think you could put him the Mat Fraser from the first 2 years, 14-15, next to the current one, and I think 14-15. Say if they were competing, same guy was competing now, he'd be bottom 10. Yeah, because I think everyone else is also, because Tia and himself are raising the bar. Yeah, everyone else got to raise the bar. So every year the competition gets fiercer and fiercer and fiercer, and they know that. And he's just what a machine.
Yeah, he is absolute machine. I would, like you said, I'd love to spend 2 days with the guy. One day, maybe 2 hours in the gym, and then cover a day recovering. But the other day, like just general, like hanging out, and sort of doing what he does, and sort of how we went from being that weightlifter to being the CrossFit Game champion, from just from transversing into all these types of field, from retiring to now becoming a coach to
successful business owner and investor, and
having his own programs and making his own courses and making his own life. I mean, he's even like investing in property now, isn't he? He's like bought a house or bought a farm or something, done the farm up.
He's got a gorgeous house.
Yeah.
And he's built it to how he wants it.
Yeah.
Which is like the coolest thing. I'm a little jealous of that, to be fair.
Like, he's just got the options there for him, isn't he?
Yeah. Because he works so hard for so long.
Yeah.
He did 5 years of just unbelievable graft, more than what we can picture, more than what, if you're sitting home listening to this, you can't fathom the 11 months of just nothing but CrossFit, nothing but improving, to then to be able to build the life he's built for himself. It's just, I'm in awe. It's awesome.
He's only 32.
Yeah.
All at the age of 32.
Impressive, isn't it? Bloke doesn't have to work, but he's still going.
Yeah. Unreal.
Unreal.
I'm done. Are you
I'm
done?
done.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Links will be down below in the description. Don't forget, guys, have a look at Mat Fraser. Find out who he is. Do some research. Go and watch the documentary. Really impressive.
I'll put a link down below.
There you go. It doesn't get any easier than that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Share, like, subscribe. Do what you need to do to get this podcast out there, and we can help the world. Have a good one, guys. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye. Success is available for everyone, so why should you settle for less?